Breaking news as lawmakers on Capitol Hill are waiting to see what the president will do with their $900 billion coronavirus relief bill as two pandemic unemployment programs expire today. Please help us. That is the message to the president and Congress for millions of Americans who are now just hours away from heading over a financial cliff. And joining me now is California Congressman Ted Lieu, a Democratic member of the House Judiciary and Foreign Affairs Committees, and a good friend to us. Welcome, sir. It's good to see you. So look, as millions of Americans are bracing for a loss of benefits, how do you see this playing out? What is a realistic timeline now? Because this bill is sitting on the president's desk.
Thank you, Alex, for your question. I just read a story about Nicole Craig, an unemployed mother of two children in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The food stamps that she used to buy food is running out, and she now doesn't know how to make her ends meet. She spent the last $7 in her bank account to buy tinsel for her Christmas tree because she didn't want her baby to miss his first Christmas. So millions of Americans are suffering, and you got Donald Trump golfing at his private elite club. This is really a chaos presidency. I hope Donald Trump signs the COVID relief bill, and then he can sign the additional legislation to get the stimulus checks to $2,000 that the House is going to pass this week.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC.
All right, Shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rakakwadash. Double instead of the elder apostles at Great Millstone. And as a salutation to you, acting Miss Laboring. All right, as you can see, there are high uncertainty. There is high uncertainty about, whether people will return to their jobs. And so people are, running out of band-aids, if you will, to stop the bleeding from all of the, chaotic situations they've been placed in because of this false flag of a pandemic. Basically, the elites are playing on the fears of the people. And over here in Babylon, also known as America, jobs are scarce because of, a lot of jobs not being essential. But it's causing so much grief to where people don't know what's going to happen the next day. As far as, will they be able to return to work? Will their benefits be extended? Things like that, so, things are really, really scarce right now. But, the scriptures speak about, jobs being low or ceasing, which I'm getting ready to read here in the book of Ecclesiastes, because when you look throughout America, if you're not essential in most states, those places of business are closed down for the most part. So, people are, in the I'll say I'll say that they're in a state of confusion. They don't know what's going on. All right, so this is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 1. As far as you Israelites out there, because you heathen, you'll get your share of enslavement in the world to come, or the kingdom to come, which will be ruled by us Israelites. All right, but as far as you Israelites go, you should be preparing your minds, all right, your spirits to endure our time of trouble, because that's what we have entered into. Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1, it says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Right, and the evil days are upon us. Evil days are upon us. Don't you see all this evil going on around you? Just for someone to be talking about so much job loss I'll let you know that we are in some, we are in some evil days. Because at one point, you could quit your job and get another job the next day, but all that's gone now. All right, you notice, the mirth of America is pretty much gone because of this pandemic and what it's causing, as far as job loss and um, people don't know when they're going to get their next meal or make their next buck to buy their own meal for them and their families. So things are looking scarce right now. Okay, so this is verse 2. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And you see that going on. A lot of homeowners are trembling because a lot of homeowners don't even know how they're going to pay their bills. All right. You got people that still paying on their houses. They don't know how they're going to pay their mortgage. Even the renters, they don't know when they're going to have all the money to pay their rental fee. Their monthly rental fees that they pay. You may have a job, and if you're working, if it is essential, it's so many workers that you only get so many hours. All right, so you're faced with poverty. And you're faced with the possibility of being evicted. All right. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And we're approaching that time, as you can see. Grinders meaning workers. All right. The grinders are becoming few. You look around you, everyone is not working. All right, only some people are working. But it's a lot of people that's not working, man. They looking like, man, when is unemployment is going to continue? I'm not employed. I need my unemployment benefits. But now they're running out, so what I'm going to do now? And that's how people are thinking right now. People are thinking about that. Like, man, I'm going to get my next extension on my unemployment. And if it don't come, what I'm going to do? Because I can apply for a job. All the job skills I have, those type of jobs are not open. They don't follow, my job skills don't go along with the, essential job, essential jobs that are open, line of work. So people are looking, at each other with great confusion right now. Verse 4, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the doors of music shall be brought low. People are experiencing that right now. It's going to get worse out here. So expect more people to lose their jobs. This is let me jump over real quick to Romans 13th chapter. Let's see. Romans 13 verse 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right. Excuse me. All right. This is for you Israelites, okay? Wake up out of sleep, man. I mean, what? That spiritual slumber, that mental slumber that you're in. All right. Realize that, hey, salvation is near. I mean, 2/3 you're not going to take heed to this. But all you Israelites out there that hope and trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you gotta wait for his mercy. All right, you wait for his salvation. Because as long as you are true to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and do that which is asked of you of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you will be rewarded for good. There's nothing to worry about. All right? You don't have to worry about the things that other Israelites of the 2/3 are going to worry about in our day of trouble, or our time of trouble, which is upon us now. They'll be worried about food and all those things. All right? But you won't have to worry about those things. All right? Let's finish up in Ecclesiastes. Back in Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 5. It says, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desires shall fail, because man goeth to his lone home, and the mourners go about the streets. Yeah, and that's what you see, man. A lot of mourners going about in the streets right now. Almost every country there's mourners out in the street. The civilians or the citizens are in uproar, and they're up in the uproar against their government because of this pandemic. People don't even take this pandemic serious anymore because they know that the elites of this society are playing upon their fears. So people are taken to the streets and mourning because of their condition. All right, that includes all the people that's out upon the face of the earth. All nations, man. They're out in the streets complaining about jobs. They want their governments to open up their countries again, their cities and dwelling places. They want things to return back to normal. All right, so-called normal. Where they're able to, go to work, come home to their families. They're hoping that those things are restored unto them. All right, but they're not. And if you're an Israelite, you should be observing and being thankful that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's word is coming back. It's coming to pass. That he's acting upon his word. All right, because these things were told to us way back. All right, you look at all the different mourners in the streets. That goes hand in hand with the uproars of the people. It's 2nd Ezra 9. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is made and the end is manifest. So, pretty much the uproars of the people are showing you that we're living in a time of change, where the change I'm talking about is a change of rulership. All right, the scriptures tell you, all right, that the 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, tell you that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's the change I'm talking about. So the reason why these jobs are leaving is because we live in a time of the end of Esau's world, Esau's rulership. And that's why you have the mourners in the streets. All right? People are mourning because they don't know what to turn to next. Okay? Let's go back. All right, Shalakia. Let's pause for a moment. But like I was saying though, you know, people don't know which way to turn to because of this pandemic and what it's causing. All right, so mourners have taken to the streets about their living conditions. You know, this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. It says, "Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed." Verse 9, "We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own land, into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies." So, you know, the answer, for Babylon is that, she won't be healed. All right. That's why the scripture says, forsake her. And if you're an Israelite, you should forsake her. All right. Mentally. All right. And spiritually, you should forsake America. Because America is Babylon. All right. It's Babylon the Great. It's the virgin daughter of Babylon. Sodom and Egypt. But this is that great kingdom that the Most High Heavenly Father is going to destroy with a sword of great destruction. Okay? This place will not be healed. It's only going to get worse. All right, the scriptures tell you that better is the end of a thing than the beginning, and we're at the end of Esau's rule. All right? So you should be thankful that we're at the end of this captivity. All right? The Most High Father is getting ready to return us into the land that He promised to our forefathers. All right? But before we get there, we have to endure these evils, all right, and trying times that we're living in right now, because the scriptures tell you that through great tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. Roughly paraphrasing, but we're gonna have to go through we're gonna have to go through a lot of tribulation, which is gonna be a test of our faith for those of us that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We gotta endure these evil times because they are right here upon us. All right. What happens when people can't go to work and provide for themselves and their families? They start resorting to desperate measures. Okay, and you Israelites out there know what I'm talking about. They start resorting to desperate measures, and they may include you getting your home, ransacked by thieves and robbers. Because the scriptures tell you in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, that men are going to be invading one another because of lack of bread. So, you gotta expect those things. All right, because we're living in those times where things are getting ready to get real scarce as far as food and jobs. All right, food bank is getting low. All right. Jobs leaving. All right. So you gotta expect these things. The Most High Heavenly Father is getting ready to judge this place. Okay. Let's see here. scripture I'm looking for. It says, "Put on thy strength." Let me get that real quick. Isaiah 52, verse 1. I was past it. It's like it says, Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. "Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and unclean. Shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem, loose thyself from thy bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion." All right, and putting on our garments, put on our strength, meaning what? Take on the Lord's word and ingest it. Yeah. Consider the Lord's word and consider what's going on around you. All right. Hearkening to the voice of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Hearkening to the Most High, Heavenly Father, through His Son and through the men, all right, which we're being used as vessels. All right, we're the mouthpiece. We're the mouthpiece of the Heavenly Father. All right, we're the ambassadors of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, we're telling you that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is our strength. This knowledge that He gives us is our holy garments. This is our beautiful garments. Knowing this knowledge, gaining wisdom and understanding, and know what's going on. To know the prophecies of the scriptures. To know what times we're living in. We're able to discern the times spiritually because our spiritual eyes are open. But many Israelites are still in that spiritual sleep state. They don't realize what's going on. When they see people lose their jobs, they don't think about why are they losing their jobs. All right? But all this is a part of prophecy. All right? So, we're going to see the next coming days, weeks, months. All right, how this thing unfolds as far as this job security goes. We'll see who jobs are secure and who jobs are not. And what do you have to do? Because you may have to get that COVID vaccine to return to work. You may have to get the chip. So we'll see. All right, with that, I'm going to say all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Makakwadash. Till next time, I say Shalom.